Hello, classmates. This is a methodology and executive summary project, and our group is focused on the grounded theory. In the right corner are my classmates. I'm going to respect their names enough not to try to say everyone's name. So, yes, okay. All right. So my portion was to focus on the what and the why of grounded theory. All right. So the purpose of the method um, is for the researcher to gather the data and make meaning of it through analysis while developing theory grounded in the data and an analysis in the collection in the cyclical process. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit more about the cyclical process, but that's pretty much the purpose of the grounded theory method. All right, the grounded theory helps researchers come up with theory through a series of techniques in, in research practices such as theoretical sampling, the constant comparative method, and the identifying of categories or core categories. These techniques and procedures help the theory to be developed um, along the way um, as strategies to help the theory gets to be developed. Um, Research analyze the categories and the patterns and identify the themes to hypothesize and identify common relationships within the data. The methodology helps researchers sharpen their ideas. And one thing that's different from the grounded theory and when we're dealing with quantitative data, most of the time in quantitative data, the hypothesis is on the front end. But with this particular theory in qualitative research, the hypothesis is kind of not on the back end, but through the development of the theory through the data collection. All right, these are a few characteristics of the grounded theory according to Charmas 2012. It provides explicit tools for the studying process, promotes, excuse me, promotes an openness to all possible theoretical understandings, fosters developing tentative interpretations about the data through coding and categorizing, also builds systematic checks and refinements of researchers' major theoretical categories. All right, these are some important terminologies associated with the grounded theory methodology. And I'm going to go through these, and I know we don't have to define every word, but I'll try to give the basis of some of these. The segmentation piece, that's the breaking down of the data and being able to analyze it and be able to make informed decisions about what the data means, which is going to further support coming up with the theory. So vocabulary words like process, coding, sampling, application, innovation, hypothesis, categories, inductive is a word that seemed to be consistent across the different texts that was read, and then memo writing. So these are some important vocabulary words in the process of the grounded theory. So when we talk about individuals that are associated with the methodology, these two are the primary. There are other individuals, but these are kind of like they are the fathers of the grounded theory methodology. These is Barney G. Glasser and Anselm L. Strauss. So there are some different perspectives about how the methodology should be conducted. It started off as a certain way, kind of with the fathers of it, and then there, over time, it evolved. So these are kind of, there's more, but these are just a few. The constructionist perspective, which focuses on the what and the how questions as data is being gathered, and it highlights the abstract understanding, and kind of it challenges the idea as you develop and you gather the data. It kind of challenges the understanding of the data based on like the conditions or the environment of the whole process of the research. The objective perspective kind of focuses more on the explanation and the prediction at a general level. So it separates from the more intellectual, deep thinking aspect of it, but just focuses more on how to explain what the information is that the data is as you're gathering the data, kind of more on the basic level. All right, these are my references, and that concludes my presentation. Thank you.